Zack here, and it's December yet again, which means it is time for yet another Advent Calendar. So if you guys aren't familiar, these past couple of years, I've been doing Exit the Game Advent Calendars. The one for this year is, I have to actually look at the Intergalactic Race with 24 puzzles. So if you don't know how Exit the Game works, they work a little bit differently than your typical Advent Calendar. Essentially, Exit the Game is a series of kind of escape room games. I tried one of the actual ones that isn't one of their Advent Calendars. It did not go well. I will openly admit that it did not go well. But essentially, what these are is that there's a story with these. You try to solve the story. It'll take you through 24 days leading up to the final day of the Advent Calendar, and then you just sort of try to do your best to kind of solve the puzzles. So this one is called the Intergalactic Race. I have no idea what the actual story behind this is. For months, the main topic of conversation in the cosmos has been the huge 24-day Le Mans race, and you get to be a part of it. How lucky that quirky guy at the spacebar hired you to join his team. In addition to fame and honor, the winner of this amazing race will, from now on, get to host Christmas. No wonder there are more teams competing than ever before. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants Christmas. The Advent Calendar is an exit the game and adventure story at the same time. To take part in the Intergalactic Race, you must open a little calendar door every day. Behind each, you'll find a new and exciting riddle, the solution to which will help you solve and move on to the next door. Only if you follow the clues and solve all 24 riddles will you reach the finish line. Will you make it onto the winner's podium? I guess so. So, yeah, to kind of explain, the way these work is that every single detail is part of a puzzle. I'm already guessing it right now. These cards here are differently colored, which makes me think that they will probably be important to the puzzle somehow. There's also this thing down here that I'm sure is going to be a thing. This is a thing as well, probably. So yeah, we're going to just open her up. There we go. Okay. You scraped up the box a little bit, but that's okay. Anywho. Now the lid should open. Oh, never mind. There's another thing. Is this? Okay. Once I've gotten this open, the lid should open. So, once I've done this. And now we are ready to start the Advent Calendar proper, which means I need to find the booklets, which are right here. So to start, yeah, this is a space-themed one, as I expected it to be. The first one, door number 1, is usually the only one that's marked. So it's right over here. At the bottom rightmost side. We also have the, what is it, this? This is the code thingamabob, so I need to punch these out. I'm already seeing that there's a potential solution for puzzles. There's a radar, the little radar symbol on each of these corners. So I get the feeling there's probably something with that. And then there are, what is it, little fruits and other things on the side here, which I'm sure is going to be a puzzle at some point. I gotta cut these along the dotted line. Now, this is gonna take a bit, but I will cut back when I'm done with this. Okay, the coder's all done. Now I believe we need the help book. We're just gonna set off to the side because we might need this later, but I'm gonna just well, actually, we are going to need that almost immediately. It's just, that has the solutions and everything in it. I'm not going to touch that for the time being. Alright, but in case. Alright, here's the introduction. This is the actual proper setup for the story. Okay. Anyways, introduction. It's early December in a galaxy far, far away. After a long day at work, you are looking forward to a refreshing drink in your favorite watering hole. You enter a somewhat shabby space bar and make your way to the counter. You know the barman, a Houndian with an eye patch, quite well. Can you make me a double Ubita, Tom? Coming right up, he replies and grabs a fresh glass. You relax into your favorite spot at the counter and let your gaze wander across the dimly lit room. Like most evenings, the singing of the beautiful four-armed Ganymedeha can be heard from the stage. The tables are full of the usual clientele, but also a few people you've never seen here before. A pale lady with a narrow white hat sits in an alcove. She's completely engrossed in a game of dice. Strangely, she seems to be playing all alone. A rabbit in spectacular coat is standing at the dartboard. With remarkable speed, he sharpens a handful of carrots with his large front teeth and throws them one after another after the dartboard. They all hit the bullseye with no exception. A shaggy white giant comes to the bar and speaks to Tom in a language you don't understand. A kind of loud howl that is somewhat reminiscent of the call of a wounded animal. The barman seems to understand him. He bends down and pulls out a roll of toilet paper from under the counter. Visibly relieved, the hairy giant pads through a swinging door to the back. "I'll let a star shake, please," calls the customer to your right, a gaunt guy with a weathered face. If you had to guess, you'd say he's from Earth like you. The guy seems happy in his own company and not interested in talking. "Tom, turn on the TV," calls a rather slimy-looking Mobian from the back of the bar. "The pre-race commentary should have started by now." Good heavens, yes, the race. We are completely forgotten it starts today. The entire cosmos has been talking about nothing else for weeks. Once again, the IMB, the Intergalactic Maritime Board, is organizing the 24-day Le Mans Day race. If you remember correctly, it's some kind of big anniversary. This year the route leads through the large swaths of space. Gunther presses the remote control. A commentator appears on the screen in the corner, standing in a still empty raceway and reporting excitedly. An unprecedented interest in this major event that connects people from the many different planets. The spectator seats on the route, at least to the parts of the route that are publicly known, have been sold out for months. We have heard that the tickets are now being traded in the back market for the price of small planets. "I just don't understand the hype surrounding this thing," you say to Tom to take a long sip of Yuppie. "Well," replies the Houndian, "you have to admit the prize for the winner is pretty spectacular this year. Think about how wonderful that would be. From now on, they will be in charge of the annual Christmas celebrations for the whole galaxy." "But in the end, the same people always win," you murmur and look at your taciturn neighbor, whose gaze is transfixed on the screen. His face is completely motionless. It is impossible to guess his thoughts. On the screen, the commentator is now interviewing the founder of the IMB, a blonde woman and a remarkably tall man. We have heard, says the commentator, an intriguing fact: some sections of the road are completely unknown to race participants. Is it true that the road will have to figure it out during the course of the race? Are you sure that will work?" "Oh, I'm quite confident about that," the man replied cheerfully. "For years we have been impressed with how much enthusiasm and cleverness the race teams bring to our challenges. Of course, we have a few special surprises planned for the anniversary, so no one should be complacent." Nodding, the woman adds, "It certainly won't be child's play. But the long and short of it is that the best racer will find the right path." For a moment, it looks like she winks conspiratorially into the camera as she says these words. The commentator is now talking about how doggedly the candidates have prepared. Some would have left their home planets, quit their jobs, and put in social lives on hold. "Well, they're all a little over-optimistic," you say shortly. "You said it," the giant gaunt man next to you replies. After a short pause, he adds, "Do you have any plans for December?" You look at him in surprise. "No, why?" The stranger points his star shake toward the screen. "Because of the race. I could use a helping hand." You almost drop your yuppie in astonishment. "You are taking part in this?" The man nods curtly and shoves a handful of Casio nuts into his mouth. When he notices your astonished expression, he mutters just one word: "Christmas!" Then he looks at you calmly, as if taking part in the 24-day Le Mans race is the most natural thing in the world. Perplexed, you try to understand what is happening here. "And you want me to," you stammer. What would be my duties be?" The man makes a vague gesture with his hand. Whatever is really required. Reading maps, carrying out small repairs, making sandwiches, maybe cracking a joke now and then to keep me out from falling asleep. "And what will you be doing?" you ask. "Well, I'll be flying the spaceship. What else?" he replies, as if you were extremely slow-witted. Then he holds out his hand to you. "My name is Herbrand I can't. But my friends call me Klaus." "You're very pleased to meet you, Klaus," you reply, shaking his hand in surprise, which he seems to take as agreement. Alright. Glad that is sorted, he says and empties his glass with a long gulp. I'm going to pop out a little space racer's room and then we'll meet outside the spaceship. And with that, he gets up and disappears toward the toilets. We stare after him in disbelief. Gunther puts a second Rubita on the counter, this time to take out in the takeout bottle. It's on the house, he says, and then adds a way of explanation. Klaus is a good sort. You should go with him. After all, it's about about Christmas, I know. Then, without knowing exactly why, you made a decision. Alright then, count me in. You grab your Yubata and slide off to the bar stool. Bye, Tom. See you at the end of December. Let's go, the 24-Lemond race. Are you ready? Then continuing on the calendar page, 1st December. Okay, so this is the ooh, I'm already seeing what this little part of the puzzle is. Okay, in any case, 1st of December. As you step out onto the bar, you're almost run over by Turbo Sleigh. Startled, you take a step back and see the same rabbit in the driver's seat who had just ruined the dartboard out inside. He races his away, his ears flapping in the wind. I wonder if he's taking part in the race too, you mutter to yourself in a low voice. Sure he is, someone says next to you. There's a shaggy white giant from the bar who obviously also speaks your language. We're all taking part, he adds. The rabbit, me, and her too. He points with his hairy paw over to the pet lady who is boarding their kind of futuristic white-hot air balloon. The shaggy creature climbs into his craft, which looks like he built it himself out of spare parts he found at home. It mostly resembles a rusty boiler. By the way, I'm the Yeti, he says in a friendly voice. I'll see you at the finish. If you make it there, that is. He steps on the accelerator and his steam-powered boiler rattles into motion. Now you're curious to see Klaus's vehicle. You frown and look around the parking lot where there are many waiting vehicles. How are you supposed to know which one is his? You go back to the bar and shout in a little hallway in the front of the toilets. Klaus, are you nearly done? I'll be here a little while, comes the answer from inside. What does your spaceship look like, you call again? Oh, funny story, he replies. Until half an hour ago, I didn't have a spaceship. But then a used spacecraft dealer came into the bar. He bought me a Star Shake and offered me a vehicle. Of course, I jumped straight away. The race is imminent. I have no idea what the thing looks like, though. Sold as described was the detail. But it was such a bargain. Of course, I should write down which one I bought. The details are on the dealer's business card. It should still be on the counter. Maybe it's not entirely legible. The Star Shake was in the way. Sorry. Sighing, you make your way back to the bar and look for Klaus's notes. Please turn to page 1. Now open door 1. You will find 2 real cards, a 2 and 1 strange item coaster. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting one. So based on what I've got the info here, this shouldn't be too hard. Like, this shouldn't be too particularly difficult. Open door 1, which is right here. Okay, so what's the strange item? We've got... Ooh. Oh, this is the strange item. Alright, and... Alright, now on the back of the calendar sheet is a bunch of spaceships. So I get the feeling one of these is the spaceship I need. And then we've got... Ooh. Okay. This, I punch out. Okay, this should be... hold on. Oh. Okay, I think I understand. I think I have to find the one that matches. Okay, to kind of showcase what I have card A2, which it says is not useful for me right now, but will be at some point. I don't know if you can tell that very well, but it has a, what is it, a bit of Morse code on it, so I'm going to have to keep that safe. Alright, use rockets, and then I have a business card that says use rockets and spacecraft, founder and managing director, Milky Way 1760783 Mercury, and then there's a phone number, which I don't know what to do with yet. And then also on here, oh, okay, I get it now. So if I put the coaster on it in the right way, it says type IHF. So if I go off of that, if I go off of the, where did I put the, alright, one is, there you are. And it's green, red, blue. Oh. 7, 1, 3? Is that the solution? I'm gonna say 713 is the solution. Hold on a second. That gets me circle, diamond, hexagon? So circle, diamond, hexagon. Circle, 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 diamond, hexagon. Yes, there is a circle, diamond, hexagon. Is that the solution? Where's day one? That's the solution. Yep, I was right. Okay. Easy. Circle, diamond, hexagon. Alright, easy puzzle to start on. Alright, that's not a bad puzzle. That's an easy puzzle to start on. So this door. Circle, diamond, hexagon. Yes. Circle, diamond, hexagon, 4. Number 2 on that. Okay. That was easy. Alright, so to kind of explain what the solution was, for those of you at home, it gave me a coaster and a spaceship. So the way the solution works is you have to line up the hashes on the coaster with this little note on the bottom of the business card. And you need to combine it in such a way that gives you the actual solution, which I think is a really cool idea. So the solution will end up being IHF. That is this spaceship down in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you use the color on the ship to get your numbers, which are on the business card. That's a really cool solution. And then there's this. It just says to keep this safe. It says to keep this safe because this will be important later. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep these in a pile or something. I'm gonna like every time I get a card with like a Morse code that says please keep safe, I'm probably going to put these in like their own pile. And I'm not gonna put it back in the door, I think. Or maybe I should put it there. No. Because sometimes the door will have like the stuff in it. So, anyways, I'm gonna fold up the calendar sheet because that is the part of the solution. Like I always do, I'm gonna stuff the calendar sheet in the calendar door. And that is going to do it for today. So, once I put this back, that's gonna do it. So the first store is okay. There's pieces, and I'm already seeing in the actual door itself. There's puzzle pieces for a puzzle I have not discovered yet. So I get the feeling that's going to be later. But right now, though, that does nothing for me. Like there's literally like a weird shape on the door. Okay, that's an easy enough solution. In any case, I'm gonna leave it here, I think. So, thank you guys so much. In any case, that was fun. So I'm gonna just leave everything as I have them. I'm gonna throw this out because I don't need it. And then I am going to do as it says. Hold on to this for later and do something else with it. We'll see what this ultimately winds up doing for me. So we're gonna keep that there. But in case, that is going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, yeah, like I will be obviously, of course, be playing through this and through the entirety of December. So if you want to see more of this, by all means, you will absolutely be seeing more of this going forward. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky, description below. I'm a little bit more active on there. I would recommend going to check those out. Be sure to go and check out my Discord. Link is down in the description. We have a Minecraft server over there if you want to go check that out. I would appreciate that. Be sure to go and check out my Twitch. Link is, of course, down in the description. I will probably not be streaming for the foreseeable future because of my job, but if you guys want to absolutely support that, that will be ASAP. So please go check that out. Of course, go check out my second channel. You can check out my video essays and other things. Link is down in the description. I had a video up there, but unfortunately I had to take it down for reasons. So if you want to absolutely go check out some of the videos, I will also be uploading those to my Patreon as well, so you guys will not miss anything from those. But yeah, if you want to go check that out, be sure to go check. Of course, link is down in the description. Link is down in the description for that. That helps support me, helps fund both channels, so I would appreciate it if you were to go check that out. Be sure to go check out, of course, my... And of course, just go check out my Patreon again, if you haven't seen that out. And in any case, if you also want to see more content from me, be sure to check out the videos linked in the end screen. Top videos to the top video. Linked up top is the most recent video. Bottom video is based on what you've already seen from me. So be sure to check both those videos out. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.